And we're back.
Monster dispersed and swift.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
How spam the target with annoying notification. Enemy reacted with pirouette. Too slow, I gained the advantage.
Oof.
Sure, my opponent already chosen an application. And he hit me with bow, focused and swift.
You could use return to Cinder.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I only knew that one. So-called query redirection. Can't tell. It must have surprised them, but I knew they would be more careful next time.
I think we have we press the advantage to try to get the attack in.
Yeah. Bow.
Yeah, I think so. Either bow or sword.
The hail of arrows. In this case, a hail of requests.
I like the description here. The enemy answer was shield, too slow. Oh, good choice on your
Gain
end.
the advantage. Yeah.
Well, you are the archer.
Threw shurikens at me. A dispersed and fast attack.
It's I mean, helmet is dispersed and swift. I think we want focus against dispersed, so repulsion.
Okay.
Okay.
Flexing. My defense was quick, but I chose the wrong method and didn't fully block the attack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Attack?
I think so. We've done bow, we've done monster. Do we want to go back to one of those, or do we want to take a little bit more time?
Web?
Yeah, sure.
It's the correct method, and the app was fast. Since man grinning in the next attack. Threw shurikens at me.
Oh, try the sensory surgeon, because that's in the same position the shurikens were.
Forward again.
Okay, we get it one use out of each of those.
Yeah. This guy uses shurikens.
Yeah, he uses them a lot.
Bow again?
I I think so, yeah.
Perfect answer.
Okay.
Slowed down the enemy's programs, so
Oh, nice. Are the thing
I
the
think
yeah.
I think pirouette.
Um well, pirouette was the answer to bow because
He's you. Or was it?
that's what we just got. No, repulsion was the answer to bow. I'm repulsion.
He has used shurikens.
Yeah.
I think pirouette is the answer to shurikens.
Okay.
Possible.
But he's using sword slash now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, sword slash. You're right.
So maybe
Fast
shield.
and focused. Yeah, shield. Perfect defense. Attack?
Yeah. He likes his shurikens. Do you want to hit him with the halberd, the big one?
I think so. Tried to hide behind shield. Yeah, it was faster than halberd and it was the right method. But I still came out on top.
We're very close.
So I'm my enemy, which allowed me to restrain them and check their identity. Alright, you really kicked my ass there. Let's talk.
Have sure.
Yourself. Following my guardian angel app.
Oh, the thing we used to escape the loop.
Yeah. I Excellent friend. I like your profession. I'm intrigued by your investigations. When it's all new work. Not here. Show understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Friend, and I'll try and prove for all the spying. I hope I can make it up to you somehow. So what do you want?
Yeah.
All I want is a friendly chat. One game took two. Sorry. Accept my apology. Agree.
Sure. You were kind of like, okay, you really beat me. That's good. You weren't a sore loser.
Sheriff, but let me force my solution to you too. After all, could be wrong, right? For example, in my bedroom, in the graveyard, in the saloon. In the graveyard?
We know that's compromised.
Mm,
Um,
but it is off the grid.
it is. Saloon has too many people that listen in.
Do you want to flirt?
Yeah, sure.
Now you have work to do. You can make offers once we're done. Let's meet in the graveyard.
This probably was going to go there to begin with.
Remember the way? Friend, please accept the enclosed files with my compliment. Dug out
Okay.
of the depths of the my fun amusement. Posing as a Mr. Lebsky, the sheriff became the manager of a Nanette's Gardens charity activation program for poor kids. In harvest time, it also appears that the head of the Nanette Foundation is a player named Leanne.
We heard the name Nanette before.
Yeah, that's Leanne.
Yeah. What does the clue thing have now?
About this case, remember the graveyard. I'll wait for you there.
We got new clues for a couple people. Head of a foundation. She's looking for rich players. Works as a manager for the Nanette Foundation under the pseudonym Mr. Lebsky.
Is he trying to drum? Is he using this to drum up money for Nanette? Oh wow, no, this is so
This is some twisted bullshit.
yeah.
I mean, we could go to the guild hall now that we
Felt
have
so strong
access.
gust of wind. There was the occasional mild breeze in the game, but nothing like this. See the hallucinate. I just have seen falling dust arranged in the outline of a human being.
Interesting. Why are those cows mooing so much? Because they're in game.
They keep moving. Stray animals they tell us. Is that a glitch?
Weird.
Shall we go to the graveyard?
We haven't been to the guild house yet. Do we want to go in there?
That'll be talking to Leanne
That would be.
and the outlaw.
That would be. Yeah, let's go to the graveyard and see what our friendly neighborhood stalker has to say.
But they did. The stalker did say that to. Oh, I don't know now. Shall we do this? Do the guild house?
Yeah, yeah. I think we won't progress until we make a deduction. The way this game works.
Yeah. Oh, it's you.
Ask what she. Let's ask what she knows. We don't. I don't think we want to report what we know yet.
Yeah. No, I think she's new. She's strange. She just sits there and reads books. No, nobody came to see her. She's alone.
Do we want to report? There's a lot of
Let's
weird
leave
stuff
that
going
for a
on.
bit.
I love the art of this game.
Yeah, where you get lost.
Okay,
Don't go any closer.
what are the locks labeled as before we go? Conviction, trust, intimidation, breaking. Um, I think don't come any closer because I think we want to go towards the right. That's where we've had most of our success.
Indeed. You're right.
Yeah.
Admit that it's true. Say I want to help.
Yes. Gain her. It just says gain her trust.
Be smart and trust me. I'm a doctor. I help people every day and I want to help you too. Just cutting my umbilical cord.
I love her costume though.
Mm. Oh,
Convince
yes.
convince her by being open.
No match, no agreement. Offer medical assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So how you walk and movement made you throw that book. Neurological issues, sensory processing disorder, I can help with that. Truly want to believe you. Show empathy.
Yeah.
That's life not easy for you and your friends. That's why I don't intend to keep you from pursuing your dreams. I want to help. You want anything returned? You first wanted to help me for free.
Is used to being beaten. We've had a dog like that. Um, tell her about herself.
Have her tell you about herself, yeah. Not much to tell. Reason my supervisor slipped. I'm just sorry I didn't get to see that asshole axe fate. Dreams to visit all in-game locations. There's a snag. I can't leave without a ticket for the Midnight Express. It arrives this evening.
I
For
could.
the outlaw, the ticket.
I think so.
Midnight Express. What do you think of that? So do it, please. Ask about the sheriff.
Yeah.
You know about the sheriff. It's a cunt for one. Pair of goons who I ask who she's working with. You're working with? No one. I'm alone. All alone.
That's
Don't
that
have any partners.
that's very Bilbo Baggins of you. Um,
Alright, so ticket for the Midnight Express.
do we want to report what we discovered about the sheriff?
I wanna go and talk to that Gamedec first.
Right. What does the clue board say at the moment? Also, that didn't give us any aspects at all, really.
Yeah. Who is the out?
I think I think we can clearly say the outlaw's the victim. We're missing one
Yeah.
clue.
Let's talk to the Gamedec.
Mm-hmm. It won't let us.
No, apparently not.
Do we have to make a deduction before we move on?
Possibly. That might be
Meet the
the
game
thing.
deck
What?
in it's meet the game deck in the graveyard, collect clues, and perform a deduction. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So we need the ticket to the Midnight Express.
Right. So how do we get that?
This is the train station.
Yep. Summon Poppy. That won't help. Is there anything in the new files that tells us about the Midnight Express? Who is the guy on the far left in the smiling face? He's the leader of a home clan. He's a home clan leader in a Knight's Code. Got it. Okay. No wonder he looks very. Just he looks very not trustworthy.
Yeah. That's the sheriff, right?
Right. Is yet. Yeah, it looks very much like the sheriff.
Yeah.
Hmm. Silly Sally made it on there. Harvest time. Duel. Oh yeah.
Sunset Jewel.
Okay. There's another two things there.
You need a revolver to challenge the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Dream.
There's a couple more. Does any of them have about the midnight?
Farm's prestige is determined by multiple factors. Who opens the chest? You work on a public farm. You don't have your own piece of land or a premium account. There's nothing to be ashamed of, but remember, any genuine rancher has their chests opened for them by an assistant. Trial account will buy the premium package. Bask in prestige and respect. Yeehaw.
Okay.
How to make money. You're playing RMAH.
Mm-hmm.
Free to play crap. There's only one right answer. The RMAH. The real money auction house. Yeah, this is what we were talking about before.
Yep. This game really plays on real life issues in the gamer community.
Yeah.
Because farmers and people being exploited to do exactly this is a real life thing. It doesn't tell us how to buy a ticket to the Midnight Express though.
No.
Oh, Midnight Express.
Smart Gronk free to play. It's supposed to be this cool train there, but all in all it's kind of lame. Nice sound it plays when you're tearing it. You can buy the ticket with real money or dig it out of the ground somewhere.
We could talk to the guy. Or we could talk to
the guy,
or
we could talk to
Fruity Betty, who sells this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Should we try the guy first, or should we try? We go with Fruity Betty.
I think we need to talk to the guy anyway. Wait a little bit for Act to be a little bit further away. Everything seemed to be order. I knew I could trust you.
Or a weapon. Ask for
help in the investigation.
Ask for the weapon, because if that's the beholder, if that's a revolver, we can take out the sheriff, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. I think
Sunset Jewel.
Yeah. There's also Sunset Duel event. You know, the one where you challenge the sheriff to a duel. If you win, you take his star. I guess leave. And we can go talk to Fruity Betty about the midnight thing.
Program. Yeah, that's the secret. Everyone who are the most successful. Betty Defense took over the special items traffic from one player. Show me your wares.
Show me your wares. I've seen that line so many places. I wonder what the. I can't remember what the origin game of it is.
Yeah, I tell you what, you don't want to. You don't want to say that in the lycanthrope simulator, though.
Yeah, sure. Friends and regulars only. Thanks, but I can't afford it. Say the secret password.
Yeah, that's what we just did.
Oh.
All right. So we need stuff.
We do. That means
All
we
right.
have to go to our private farm and talk to Poppy. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, her name is Wild Poppy.
of course it is.
Oh my goodness. I know what it's doing here, but this is moderately insane. You leveled up, yeehaw. Okay, now we can plant. I am remembering my Lord of the Rings online character who is no longer existent. Because
Oh wow.
because the game got sold and I wasn't playing when it got sold and they just I guess I didn't make the cutoff time
Mm-hmm.
and all of the stuff I spent unlocking time got erased. But I had a farmer, so I did a lot of this stuff. Farming, by the way, is probably the only craft profession you can take that lets you level up without going anywhere. A lot of shooting sounds going on.
Yeah. So
Oh my goodness, that's what's the three next to there? Are those loot crates?
I don't know.
This would take forever. There has to be a quicker way because the game's not going to make us actually reproduce one of these games.
Time to talk to some cheaters.
Yep. Silly Sally.
Who we can't talk to. Okay.
I mean, we could talk to Guy. Watch him working. Potato dumpling. guess leave?
Great Anxiety Chief's headdress.
Oh god.
$20,000 for the.
I mean, what about the real money thing? We
Oh
could
yes.
can we talk to her a little bit more, or does she just not have anything else to say? Oh, golden pumpkins. Complete the farm tasks. It looks like return to Wild Poppy is now on the list. You leveled up! Yeehaw! Find some treasure. What?
You got to dig up the.
Oh, loot boxes. We have 4 loot boxes. How do we open them?
That's what they're about to tell.
Okay. Super Harvest Boost.
Harvest boost.
This has not been scripted at all. Yeehaw. Two wild species. Super Harvest. Yeah, those don't do anything, do they? Oh, you actually have to... That's annoying. It's actually a skill check.
Yeah. No, you've got to hit it during the red zone.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're being told to return, but I guess was it the Super Harvest is still going on? Yeah, it's an actual timer. When it hits the end of the timer, we need to switch videos. Okay, I'm loving Gamedec more and more,
Mm-hmm.
but I hate Harvest Time.
Yeah. I flubbed them both. No.
Uh,
But they don't.
okay.
But they don't spawn chests.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, new video.
Mm-hmm.